Oh my, oh my, oh my. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. How is everybody doing on this lonely Friday night? Here we are live at youtube.com/notsam. I am so happy to see all of you, because as much as you can see me, I am staring right back at you. Watch when those webcams come on. You won't be ready for it, but that green light's going to hit. I have hacked into your system just to say hello. So welcome, as you can see. Let me move over here. There you go. New colors, new colors. Hope by now you've gone over to notsamshirts.com or just gone to notsam.com and click the store button and picked yourself up some of the new Not Sam merch, the Sammy Brand Muffins t-shirt, long sleeve, and hoodie. They will disappear on Sunday the 18th. So if you're watching live, you got the opportunity. You got another 2 days and change. This coming Sunday night, the 18th, the t-shirt store disappears and that design will be gone forever. Unfortunately, not gone forever is our guest tonight on the big screen. Hot Dog, welcome, buddy. How are you?
Morbid. That was morbid.
No. It was very flattering. Very flattering. How are you, buddy?
I'm okay. A little bit less than this. Unfortunately, I'm here. But
who knew you could be less than?
Less than, yes.
Well,
I'm
look,
good.
I mean, I'm sure that you've got to be good, because I don't know if you're following. Are you following what's actively going on in the world of pro wrestling?
Pro wrestling, yeah. There's a big event coming up that I don't consider canon, but it's going to be a huge main event.
You don't consider, so you get to make that call?
Yeah.
It's like this one doesn't count.
Saudi Arabia is not canon.
Okay. And does that mean so Bray Wyatt never lost the title to Goldberg?
They just like skipped an episode and something happened. And it could have been Superstars. He won the title for all I know.
Gotcha. It's just a show you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's just, there's a new champion. Well, it was announced Hot Dog's favorite celebrity in the world, Logan Paul, is apparently going to main event a WWE pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel. Logan Paul is going to be in the world title match against Roman Reigns. Some fans are less than enthused. Some fans are curious. Some morbidly curious. Some fans are excited about the whole thing. I think, and you know, this is me, Hot Dog, you know how I react to things like this. I want Logan Paul to beat Roman Reigns just to see how people would respond.
It's an insult to the sport of wrestling.
Do you
Logan
think
Paul.
that, or you think that's how people would respond? Because you love
People are
Logan Paul.
responding. I do, and I don't think that's a very flattering photo you've got. You got to find the better one.
That's Logan Paul. I got it. Isn't that the thumbnail for his?
It's a derpy looking photo.
That's what his hair looks like. That's what he looks like. That's Logan Paul.
We're down the cool one where he's like, you got the whole costume, you got the Charizard chain and all that.
You like
stuff.
that one? You like his wrestling?
was-
You like his wrestling gear? You think it's cool?
Fucking dope.
No, cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I mean, people talk about cancel culture and this and that. Logan Paul has to be, whether you like him or you like the Paul brothers or you don't like the Paul brothers, whatever. Logan Paul has to be one of the great comeback stories of all time. I mean, not only was this guy canceled, but people were celebrating it. It wasn't like it was the type of canceled where, you know, people still liked him, but they were like, I guess I got to keep quiet about that. People danced on his grave when he posted the Suicide Forest video, and everybody was like, oh, God, I never liked him. Anyway, he's done. And he has gotten so much bigger since then. Like, he's completely turned the game on its head, jumped into podcasting, created a whole universe around himself, invested in Pokemon cards, going to WrestleMania, going to SummerSlam. Now he's going in the main event against the Tribal Chief. There's very few people who have a comeback story in just the world of entertainment in general, like Logan Paul.
I mean, he's a household name.
Yeah.
I would say so. He
Oh.
fought Mayweather.
He beat him, if I'm not mistaken.
You did.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he won that fight. So it was big. It was huge. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. He's a household name which is something that, YouTubers are slowly getting to, but it's not an easy thing to break through. Logan Paul is one of the people that really broke through. And he did break through a lot with, like, negative attention. A lot of his fame is people who don't like him. But regardless, I mean, if he's still making money, like, where it gets bad when people don't like you is that you get that negative attention so much that people won't pay to see you, don't want anything to do with you, won't advertise with you. Then it's like, that's not profitable. If you're hated and it's profitable, then it's completely okay. I mean, who cares? What difference does it possibly make?
It's a fine line. You don't want to go full scumbag.
You can never go full scumbag. No, there's always got to be some like with Logan Paul, I feel like he's created this fantastic image where the general public goes, oh yeah, that guy's a scumbag. But the people who like follow him and are fans of him, they go like, oh no, he was before, but you don't know him like I know him. And that's money. That's gold. When everybody else kind of thinks like, oh, that guy sucks. But the people who actually follow him, and it's a lot of people that follow him, are like, oh, no, he's a cool dude. He's smart.
It's how I defend you.
That's not cool. That's not cool that you say that. I wish I know, I'm not making this about myself. It's called Sam Roberts Now, but we're talking about something else entirely right now.
I mean, if you look at Twitter, they probably say the same about you.
Yeah, but I'm not making it nearly as profitable. So, I'm kind of going against my own advice here. Yeah, I mean, can you think of somebody? I mean, in the cancel era, who has had a better comeback than Logan Paul? And I feel like he did it right under everybody's nose because it's not like he had a comeback where he started a movie all of a sudden or he put out an album all of a sudden or whatever. He just kind of stepped back for a sec, let the heat come down, then he came back, switched up the way he was making content, grew up a little bit, got a little athletic. Got that chiseled jaw, grew a little beard ski.
Six-pack.
Got a six-pack of abs, abdominals.
Got hot.
And then, okay. And then boom. All of a sudden, he's the man again. No matter what you want to say about him. People and the people who were dancing on his grave are still trying to be like, yeah, but he still sucks. And it's like, not really. I mean, what does he suck at? What does Logan Paul suck at? Because I can't,
Well, two things. One, people are saying my volume is a little bit too low. So
I was trying to master this. Probably on your end. Boost your goddamn self.
Yeah. But then second is I don't think the Japanese suicide forest thing happened before all this cancel culture. I don't think he was necessarily canceled at any point.
There was literally a cancel Logan Paul. What do you mean that was before cancel culture? Look it up, Hot Dog. When did that happen?
I feel like this.
When did cancel culture start?
Okay, that's a good point. I don't think it had a start date.
Well, tell me when. You said this was before. So if it didn't have a start date, how could there be a before?
Okay, the Logan Paul suicide forest thing was like 2017.
There was no cancel culture in 2017. That was 5 years ago.
It feels like ancient history. You might be right. Yeah.
That's why. And by the way, I'm glad you brought this up, and you're right to bring that up because there are probably a lot of people just like you that are like, why are you even talking about old shit anyway? Like that's a different guy. Yeah. Like that's this guy, and you're like, why are you pulling up that old picture? That's got to be 20 years old.
Is that guy
exactly? But yeah, that's what I mean. It was only 5 years ago, and he's completely transformed himself into something else. To the point where you go, oh, I don't know. Was that even the same Logan Paul? I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Who vlogs anymore anyway? Like, that's the other
thing. Is he even vlogging anymore? Is that a thing he does?
I don't know if anybody vlogs anymore. He podcasts now. He does he's like a YouTube podcaster.
Impulsive.
One of the biggest podcasts there is. Starting wrestling stories. He had Roman Reigns on the podcast. Roman Reigns left the podcast. He started shitting on him a little bit. Boom. Saudi Arabia main event. Let's go. I love it. I think it's great. I love a comeback story. I love the way new media is continuing to evolve and kind of control things. And I think it's great. I think it's fun.
Also, I I feel like 5 or 10 years ago when I was really still a mark, but like, when I was like, oh, how can you have Logan Paul do this? And, this is an insult. How about all
you were that guy at one point?
Yeah, why isn't Daniel Bryan in that spot? But like, this is a guy who did fight Mayweather. You can fight Mayweather. You can't wrestle Roman Reigns at Saudi Arabia. Like he's done it in a legitimate thing, even though it wasn't it was a circus show. But why can't we have that circus show here? Is what I'm trying to say.
The Mayweather thing was completely lacking in credibility.
Oh, of course, yes.
So I mean, I'm not 100% on what your argument is. You're like, well,
if he could fight Mayweather,
if he could have a bullshit fight against Mayweather, he could have a bullshit fight against Roman Reigns. That's terrible promotion. That's not good, hot dog. That's a bad argument.
It's not a bad argument at all. I'm like, okay, well, he did do this, so why can't I can't get mad that they would promote him and have him do the main event here. Is it for the title?
But they haven't announced it yet. It's just like one of those like things that we know is going to get announced. But hell yeah, it's going to be for both titles.
Oh God, I would love for him to win the title.
It'd be so great. It'd be so fucking great to have him win both titles and have people be like, "What? You couldn't give it to Drew McIntyre in the UK while everybody wanted him to win? You give it? He's been champion for 2 years. You ruined that with Logan Paul, and it's like, yep.
It would be an ideal world title scene if like AEW has Bryan Danielson as the world champ, and then we have Logan Paul over here as the WWE champ.
Yeah, and it's like
then you could do Forbidden Door.
Well, yeah, you got Logan Paul on one show and Bryan Danielson on the other show, and then everybody's like, "Which show are you watching?" I guess Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I guess I'm watching the Logan Paul show. What can I tell you? Oh, it's great. I love it. Well, look, if you're watching live, super chat in. It's going to be a great show. We got hands-on review today. Today was iPhone day, and I've got
you got it too.
I mean, it's right here. It's clearly the iPhone. See, the only way you can tell that I don't have the iPhone 14 is because I got the blue one last year. They didn't make it like the blue one was just for the 13. If I painted this purple, I could easily be like, it's the iPhone 14. I was actually watching a review of it, and the guy was like, he goes, usually Apple sends out NDAs, right? And like you can't, as you're testing the new iPhone, you can't let people see it. So they don't want you like having it out in public and texting and everything because they don't want people to see the design and everything. But he was saying that this time he was out in public testing the iPhone 14. And there was not one person that was like, is that a new phone? Like nobody could tell physically the difference between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 14. But if you're walking around with the iPhone 13, like I am, I'm still swimming to that dynamic island. I can't get on. No matter how much I swim, they won't let me on the dynamic island. Hot dog.
Exclusive party.
We say this is hands-on because you got the iPhone 14. Is that correct?
It's right here. Look at this baby right here. Look at that little dynamic island right there on top.
No, it moved a little bit. Ew. It moved a little bit. I saw it move. It was dynamic.
It was so dynamic.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out,
Is that
I don't know exactly.
And you chose the rainbow background there? That's nice.
It's not it's stripes. It's not a rainbow.
I mean, have you seen rainbows before?
It's stripes. It's colored stripes.
Yeah,
black.
Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, but it has black and white and gray.
It's literally red, orange, yellow. I mean, it's Roy G. Biv.
It's dynamic stripes. Is what they call it.
No, they don't call it that. Because they're not dynamic. They don't move. So did you upgrade from the iPhone 13 to the iPhone 14?
No, I upgraded from the beautiful, long-lasting, loyal iPhone 8.
What?
One has a camera in the back, as you can see.
So is this the same?
Shows me alerts.
Is this the same phone? You remember back when we were doing Sam Roberts' show on SiriusXM, and we followed the saga of you paying for your cousin's phone bill?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same phone?
Of course. It's been through and through. I mean,
Wow.
look, I get notifications on my phone, on my iPhone 8. YouTube, Sam Roberts has gone live.
Nice. You
Click
subscribe.
in.
You hit that subscribe and you hit the bell.
Yeah.
That was smart.
And I love it, but I just felt it was time to move on.
From the 8?
From the 8 and see what new features I come with this phone.
Well, so what are some of the features that weren't available on the 8 that you have now?
Well, this one doesn't have a button.
Really?
It's cool. Yeah, the iPhone 14 doesn't have a button.
Huh.
So you have to kind of swipe.
How does that wow, look at that.
It was a little bit confusing
What is
Dynamic
Island doing right now? It's flashing.
Oh yeah, what's it doing? Let's see. I think it was looking for my face. Wait, also Face ID. The iPhone 14 has Face ID. Did you know that?
Did your previous iPhone have Face ID?
It was very spotty. It had like a little. I don't think it was Face ID. I had to put my. put in my 8 codes.
As it turned out, I was taking selfies. There is no Face ID on that. Technology didn't exist. Wow. Well, how much?
Yeah.
What's the hard drive? I mean, not that people pay that much attention to hard drive space anymore. But what's the hard drive space on your current iPhone, the one that you just got?
I think I got the 500 gigabytes.
Not bad, 512, something like that. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And what'd you have before?
To the last model.
Yeah.
Which was 16 gigabytes.
No.
So a big upgrade. Good kudos to
No.
Apple for this. Yes.
You had 16 gigabytes?
Yeah, and I made do perfectly. I never ran out. I wasn't even close to running out.
Were you never close to running out? I feel like when I have only 16 gigabytes left, I'm close to running out.
Like that's it. That's like shit.
Oh my god, I got to start deleting stuff. So what did you like? I guess all your photos went to the cloud and stuff like that.
Yeah. So if I scrolled back a couple months, I would have to re-download the photo.
Do you delete?
It would take a while.
Do you delete texts?
I believe they get deleted automatically within. It takes a year. I keep a year of text messages, and then they get.
And then they gone.
I don't think it's going to be an issue because I have
probably not
20 to 30 times as much space as I had on my last phone.
Yeah,
it's a great advance. Yeah, kudos to Apple.
I have 277.9 gigabytes used on this phone.
Oh, that's nice. That's the 8.
Nope, this is the 13. I don't even think there was a 9. I think they went straight from 8 to 10. Yeah. I don't think. Do you guys have any 9s left? I left off with the 8. Wow.
What's the trade-in policy on the 9?
Yeah, it says here, okay, it says delete old conversations. So 74 gigabytes of texts on this phone. 74.
Yeah, that I couldn't handle that.
There's no way that's not an option.
It's impossible. What are you doing with all those text messages there, Sam?
No, I guess I just never had to delete them because I didn't have 16 gigabytes. But I mean, who knows? I mean, why didn't you get a phone before now?
Oh, well, I mean, I like the button. At first, I didn't want to upgrade because of. Well, here's the thing. I didn't want to look like a fool because when I got the 8, the 10 came out maybe 4 months later.
Oh, that's right. You were one of those that I remember that you felt real screwed over by the 10 because you had just got the 8. So have you been carrying that resentment around since the launch of the 10?
I have because I have to sell myself. You buy a new product and you go, well, no. This is a good product.
I mean, look, I got to tell you, out of all of us, I haven't gotten the new phone yet, obviously, but out of all of us that get new phones, you're the one that's having the best experience because you prolonged joy. I mean, if I had gotten the new phone today, there would have been 5 minutes of excitement, and then I would have been over it by now.
It's great. Look, it has 2 extra cameras in the back.
No.
You see that?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you lied then. You do have the 14.
This is not the 14. No, that's a feature that's been around for a little while now.
Oh.
But I do know you do have a better camera than me. Did you get the purple one or the black one? It's hard to tell.
Purple.
Purple's cool. Yeah, they say that the camera on that is so advanced that there's a 2x button on it that will allow you to just automatically zoom in, and it's not using another lens. It's just that there's so many megapixels that it can zoom in 2x and still give you a 12 megapixel photo.
I mean, as a amateur photographer, Sam.
With the emphasis on amateur.
Emphasis on photographer.
That's my mistake.
But, yeah, I mean that part's not the biggest deal for me. That's why I never minded the 8. You know, the iPhone cameras don't compare to like actual DSLR, so that's fine. You can zoom in twice. That's not a big deal.
Wait, so you've never had like portrait mode?
No, I haven't even tried the camera yet.
You're gonna, dude. I'm not kidding. Your mind's gonna be blown. You're gonna be like, oh my God, like you are gonna be like, this is insane. Of course, a DSLR is a DSLR, but there are times that you're leaving without your camera, right? Can you imagine? You've never shot video in cinematic mode you've never had that.
No, because anytime someone hands me their 10 or whatever, I don't know how to get past this part. This non-button part.
Gotcha. Because you're like, I have no idea. Yeah. Now, have you mastered that, opening the phone, or still a mystery?
Yeah, look at this.
Okay, let's see. Wow, and it was so quick, too. Now, was your old phone getting choppy with the speed?
Well, yeah, because like I had to click on it, and since like the camera I don't have a face thing, so I'd have to put in an 8-digit or 6-digit code every single time, and
gotcha.
A lot of work.
People are commenting on the chat on my 74 gigs of text. You have to understand, on this phone right here, I have 836 unread text messages.
Still, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a button that you can click on to just do mark as read.
I guess so. 836 unread text messages. I don't know.
Are you going to get to them?
I might want to get to them. Yeah. That's why I got to leave them unread, just in case I want to.
Just go to one from like a couple months ago and be like, sorry, my bad. It was in the bathroom.
Yeah. Hey, I was taking a hot piss. What was that you were saying? You still want to do this or what? Yeah. Well, that's incredible. Now, are you going to use the always on feature? That's what they're doing now. I thought that
No.
The fact that it turns on when it sees your face anyway. I guess there's a half a second of black screen that
does it turn on when it sees your face?
Yeah, of course.
Well, not if it's laying on a table. Like I can't just hover over it.
Well, I mean, why would you? That'd be such a weird way to look at your phone.
Well, I just tried it right now.
I guess, if you've been using a button this whole time, you might want to really take advantage of the facial recognition and just. I refuse to touch the phone now that I can just use my face.
Right. Well,
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it from here. I pick it up. Sure.
Sure.
There it is.
But so you're not using the always on.
Oh, no. Well, the only thing I've really tried on this phone was I spent an hour trying to figure out how to turn it off. I don't like it.
Well, it's just a button, right? What do you mean turn?
Always on? No.
You spent an hour trying to turn off always on?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Because when you see your phone lit up, your instinct is I got a notification, and so if it's always on, I'm always looking at it.
Did I get one?
I can't not look at it.
Did I get one?
Yeah.
Did I get one? Yeah. I guess I personally don't see the practical purpose for always on myself. I don't know why.
For the time, come on.
Yeah, get a watch, dude. Have some class. Apple sells watches.
Face ID. Look, 641, 642. Boom.
That was so quick, dude. Let me check your time right now. Yeah, you're right. Right on the money. Right on the money. Yeah, you nailed it. That one you nailed. So you haven't really gotten to experience Dynamic Island.
I've heard of Dynamic Island. I saw it pop up one time. I feel like it was like an alert stretched out. It was kind of cool, but I haven't seen everything that it has to offer.
I like that you're handling using your phone like I haven't seen everything yet, as if you're just waiting for it to do things to you.
Yeah, it'll pop up. It'll happen.
Did you have fun putting in your email address and logging into your Twitter account and all that stuff, setting up all your apps?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I did. I set it up, and then I grabbed my iPhone 8, and I'm just still browsing through it because it's bad habit.
Do you feel like you're browsing through your iPhone 8 still?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. Why wouldn't I?
Leave the memories alone. Yeah, I mean, you could turn that off. So you didn't trade in the iPhone 8 for credit?
I did click on the option because it says you have an upgrade. You're qualified for an upgrade. I was like, awesome. I make the cut.
Which you didn't know, because who knows? Because sometimes you have a phone for 6 years and it's not ready. It's not time for an upgrade yet.
No, this felt like the time. You charge this sucker up, and nowadays it gives you maybe an hour and a half worth of battery. So
you have 90 minutes of battery time. So you're going to be looking at this iPhone 14 like, this is a greatly improved battery life. This is
my thing's at 100, and I always have it on battery saver mode.
Wow.
As soon as I unplug it.
Wow.
And then I put it on airplane mode as soon as, like, whenever I can. If I'm on the train, I put it on airplane mode. That way it doesn't save as much battery as possible. Because then it heats up too.
Now, are you going to stop? Are you going to be able to luxuriate a little bit? Like sometimes, like it's like when a person loses a lot of weight, they are still kind of overweight on the inside. They still think of themselves as overweight. Or when somebody gets money all of a sudden, they still they go one of two ways. They either spend it all or they act like they're still going without, like it's all, like they don't have it because they don't know how to act with money. How are you going to act with a phone that doesn't run out of battery or heat up or do any of the weird shit that your phone was doing that for some reason you thought didn't need to be upgraded?
I think I'll be fine. I don't think I'll be using it too much. I'll be using it the same amount because now I know how to reserve, looking at my thing and being there constantly all the time. I'll go through Twitter, I'll swipe really fast, and then I'll close it just in case I don't want it to go below.
Is that why when you texted Travis and me, it would only be in like certain bursts of time?
Yeah. You
that's so funny.
Boom, 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 put it down.
Put it down. Because otherwise it'll run out of battery, lickety split.
Yeah. So I'm excited that this is going to last maybe, hopefully 120 minutes.
No,
that'd be nice. That'd be a plus.
I think it might last even longer, believe it or not. I can't.
That would be amazing.
So you can't do 8K video with it. You can do, I think, 4K video, and you can shoot photos, and I think you can do video too in like RAW, like in ProRes.
ProRes, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Unfortunately,
there's so much stuff I got to try out.
Right, which would be really tough with a 16 gigabyte hard drive. I mean, it'd be literally 45 seconds, and they'd go, "This is about it for your phone."
Well, that's why we did not have that feature.
Right. It would have been pointless. Also, you had one very small, low-res camera lens, so that wouldn't have been possible.
It was fine. Again, the cameras on these things are gimmicks, I feel like. So how do you mean? Because it's like, oh, you could film a movie, and then you see the billboards on like and side of highways, and then go like shot on an iPhone, whatever. It's like, oh, I'm sure it was, but it's you're not gonna naturally get that. It was probably just heavily edited and all this stuff. You want a good camera, you get yourself a DSLR. This is an iPhone. This is for Twitter.
What a commercial.
That's what it's for.
Sean Baker did the film Tangerine exclusively on iPhones.
I bet you it looks like does it look good?
I mean, yeah, he's a good filmmaker. It was an A24 film. A24 doesn't put out garbage, He did, after that, he did the Florida Project. He did Red Rocket. I mean, this guy doesn't miss.
I mean, that seems like so inconvenient.
To use your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's so many settings that you're missing on a phone that you have on an actual video camera.
So you think that the 3 lenses on the back of your phone right now are just as much a gimmick as the camera on your old phone?
Yeah. I mean, it's there for Instagram, and that's it.
You don't think it would be cool, like when you go out with friends, if you're an amateur photographer, you don't think it would be cool when you go out with friends that instead of bringing your stupid, DSLR in the cage and everything, that you could just put it in cinematic mode and make like a cool video while you're out?
Sam, if you said, hey, I have a huge interview, I have such and such, I need your services, and I go, cool, I'm going to bring my iPhone. Is that acceptable to you?
What would you say is the biggest short form interview that I ever did?
Brock Lesnar.
Guess what I shot it on?
An iPhone.
Yep.
Short. Okay. But
yes, I did. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what would be unacceptable. If we were at a press event and I didn't bring any equipment, but Brock Lesnar was there and I went, oh, holy shit, I can watch the Haps Brock Lesnar. We have to do it. And then you were like, okay. And I said, okay, just shoot it on your phone. And then as I'm talking to Brock Lesnar, I look over and it's being shot with an iPhone 8. I would be in a fury. Realize.
People wouldn't even notice.
People would. You don't think people notice the difference between video shot? So you think that shooting video or photos on an iPhone 8 and an iPhone 14 is almost exactly the same?
I look through my Instagram feed all the time, and I can't tell if it's an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 14.
Okay. Okay. I tell you what. I tell you what. When you're going through your Instagram, you know how you can tell it wasn't shot on an iPhone 8?
How?
Nobody's got one anymore. Nobody's using an iPhone 8. Why would anyone be taking photos on an iPhone 8 in 2022? That's how you know.
Long ago.
It was longer ago than Logan Paul in the forest.
That's true. I mean, he shot that with an iPhone 8.
So you're thinking this was before cancel culture?
Yeah.
Look, I think that you're going to find that the results that you get from the camera that's on the iPhone 14 are absurdly better than the results you might be able to get on an iPhone 8.
I like this phone. It's cool. I dig it.
This is a maddening argument. This is an argument you might go, look, the camera is significantly better on an iPhone 14 than on an iPhone 13. But if you said, yes, it's a better camera, but based on how I'm using it, I doubt that I'll ever notice the difference between an iPhone 13 and 14. That is an argument that I'd go, you know what? You're probably right. I am not like desperate to go out there and get an iPhone 14 because what's the big deal? But an iPhone 8? Of course you would know the difference. This shoots in HD.
Hold on. It's not that antique, okay? I got 720 at the very least here.
I doubt it.
It's not.
This does 4K.
HD.
This does 4K. 720.
4K.
Can you imagine if you went to a store? If you went to a store and they were like, we got this new 4K TV. And you said, I'd rather just get this TV that goes up to 720 for $100. There's no difference in the picture.
No. The difference would be if I still had a 720 TV and someone was trying to sell me a 4K TV. And I go, I'm watching Netflix all the same. It's working out just fine.
Did you or did you not buy Mr. Robot on Blu-ray?
I did, yeah.
Why did you buy the television show, the complete first season of Mr. Robot? That's what the show was called, Mr. Robot. Why, hot dog, did you buy the complete first season of Mr. Robot on Blu-ray?
Okay, I know where you're gonna.
Please tell me, because you told me why. I feel like all week you've been making dumbass, stupid arguments to me, and they make no sense, and nothing you say adds up. You don't believe anything you say. Nothing you say. Yes, go ahead.
I will say bitrate is different than resolution. Blu-ray has amazing bitrate. Okay?
So you're saying
better than streaming.
You're saying that the picture quality difference of watching the complete first season of USA's Mr. Robot.
I have the entire series. I only watched the first season.
Then we'll just talk about the first season, because you can't speak on the other seasons because you haven't gotten there yet. But what you're telling me is that due to bit rate, the picture quality difference between Blu-ray and streaming on Apple TV, iTunes, whatever you want to call it, is so vastly different that you need to go to a Best Buy and buy the complete first season of Mr. Robot, the USA show, on Blu-ray disc, so you can get the real experience. However, the difference between a photo on an iPhone 8 and a photo on an iPhone 14 is negligible at best. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
it's a small screen versus a huge TV. I mean, of course, I want a big cinematic experience, so I get the Blu-ray. If I want to look at outrage culture videos on my phone, both will do.
Is that what you use your phone for?
Yes.
Outrage.
Was this video recorded? Was woke video recorded on an iPhone 8 or 14?
You just want to see the woke video
there for,
and think about how the country's going to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, I'm not watching movies. I'm not watching whatever the fuck movie was recorded on an iPhone 13. My iPhone 13.
Okay. What if we were out on a shoot? What if Peacock? Who's doing NBC right now? Who's in charge of NBC?
Peacock.
What if Triple H said, Sam, hot dog, we need another season of Sam Wrestling. And I go, okay, no problem. I got my guy Hot Dog. We'll do the whole season, just like the last season.
Mm-hmm.
Just the two of them. Who did Notsam Wrestling? The entire first season, available on Peacock. I'm so proud of it. Who did everything on it?
Me and you.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I. So, what happened if we're out on a shoot? We're trying to sit in front of the Westchester County Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to opine on one of the great shows that I saw at the Westchester County Center. And, our camera ran out of battery. And,
that would never happen.
First of all, it fucking would happen because you are the type of guy that would happen with. Don't ever say that would never happen.
That would never happen.
You are 100% the type of guy who would go, don't worry, I have a spare battery. And then go, I haven't charged the spare battery in forever because it's just a spare and it has no juice in it. That's you.
Actually, I feel like on that same day,
mm-hmm.
I had you drive to CVS because I needed to buy a SD card.
I believe that's 100% true. I believe it's 100% true. Okay. Let's say the CVS, that's a great point, Hot Dog.
Good.
Let's say the CVS was closed. We couldn't get an SD card. Sold out of SD cards because of all the lazy hot dogs of the world, right? All the other hot dogs had come in and bought up all the SD cards, okay? So we need to use something that has internal storage because a DSLR does not. So what would we use that has internal storage?
We would use a camera.
Okay, and if I had an iPhone 13 and you had an iPhone 8, who's stuck using their phone to shoot that?
I would say yes, we would use you. We would use your phone for for the interview, for the stuff, but we could squeeze the iPhone 8 into something. So you're an extra phone here.
So you're saying why don't we just use my phone? Same shit.
I'm saying we could use both. Maybe I'm holding the interview here, and then I go, hey Sam, we need 2 camera angle. And I go here, and then I could go to the editing room and I could mix and match.
And here's what would happen in the editing room. And then you send me the cut, and I go like, why do you keep cutting to that camera with the shitty quality? Like it's so vastly different. I understand you're watching woke outrage videos on your small screen, but your new phone has the ability to transfer the material that you record on it onto a much larger screen.
I am not arguing that the iPhone 8 is better than the iPhone 14. That would be silly.
No, you're saying that the difference is negligible.
It's marginal.
You said that the camera on the iPhone 14 is just as much a gimmick as any other cell phone camera.
For my, I'll add for my uses.
What are your uses? Just to film yourself jerking off?
I'm not filming myself jerking off, Sam.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that. That's why you got no more battery.
I would use it for nights out, Instagram stories, all that stuff. The same thing.
Yeah, because you're shooting Instagram stories.
I will try portrait mode, and I will get back to you, and I will say,
okay,
I stand correct.
Here's what I want you to do, Hot Dog. Pick up your phone right now.
Okay.
Look at the screen. Okay.
Boom. Unlocked.
Okay. Hit camera.
Okay. Is it the same on the right?
It's the thing that looks like a camera. Flip that sumbitch around. Okay.
Okay.
Are you in selfie mode?
Yeah.
Okay, now
Okay.
click portrait
Okay. Portrait.
and take a picture.
Oh, okay.
And then look at the picture. Oh my God, I just looked at mine. I look so fucking good, dude.
Let's see. Wow. Nice. Look at that.
Okay, you look confused. What do you think? What do you think?
It's cool. It's cool. I mean, it's the artificial blur.
Okay, now here's what I want you to do. Take your old phone. Take your iPhone 8.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I gotta put in the
Passcode, right? I forgot it. Doesn't.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this photo. You see it?
Yeah, I can see that. Looks good.
It looks good. Look, I'll show you guys. Look at
Okay.
that. I'm not being
All
selfish.
right, I'm
I'm
on
trying
my
not to be
iPhone
selfish.
8.
Look how good that photo is, dude.
It's a great photo. I'm on my iPhone 8. I don't have a portrait mode.
That's fine. Just like you said. I mean, there's a minimal difference. So go ahead. Look confused. Don't smile, because you're gonna make that stupid face that you made in the other one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. It won't show here, but
How different is it? I mean, it looks extremely different even from there. It looks.
one is out of this.
It looks
This one's
so.
slightly out of focus.
It looks like one you could use as your profile picture, as your whatever. It looks like you could use one to like send to work. I mean, if you were making that dumb face, you could use it to like send to work for your ID card or something. And the other
crisp.
looks like a shitty cell phone camera.
Well, this one's super crisp, and this one's kind of like blurry. And like, yeah,
Is there a big difference?
there is a big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, the colors, the sharpness. It's nice. Well, like, yeah. Yeah.
And by the way,
kudos to you.
just in case said, a 10 megapixel DSLR can easily beat the shit out of a 48 megapixel iPhone. That's not the question. Of course it can. But you know what it can't do? Look up woke outrage videos on Twitter. So boom, sorry. You know?
Yes, that's gonna be the new feature on the A7 V.
I'm hoping that on the Pocket Cinema 10K, whenever Blackmagic puts it out, that you're able to look up woke outrage videos on it. Because then, I mean,
open up Instagram.
yeah, I'll tell you what. Once they put woke outrage videos on a DSLR, what's his name? But Tim Cook is fucked. There's nothing left.
Tim Apple. Yeah.
Tim Apple is
Done.
done.
That's a good photo.
You're gonna start you can start messing with the camera now.
I can't post one on Instagram because then you're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, aha.
Post it on Instagram. Post it.
No,
Post it with a plug
uh,
for the show. Post it. Post it.
Just checking out portrait mode. I'll do it better with smiling.
Yes. Say checking out portrait mode. Yes. Please, dude. Please post an Instagram photo saying
Oh my-
checking out portrait mode. As if it's a new thing. Yes.
It's not-
You have no idea how funny I would find that. Please post that. Will you do that for me?
I feel like I have to look through the features of the previous phone so I don't make an ass out of myself.
No, I think
'Cause
you gotta
I will-
you gotta post and say, "Yo, checking out portrait mode. This is dope." Yeah, I can't wait for you to like. Oh my God, have you seen that? Because people are gonna. Here's the problem you're gonna run into. Are you going out this evening?
Not this evening, no.
Okay, at some point soon, people who don't have that phone are going to ask you. So, what are the new features on the phone? And you're gonna say shit that's been around for years.
It's got portrait mode. The Face ID is pretty fucking solid. The other one, the previous phones, if you stare at it for a long time, it just asks you for a passcode.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, wider
be bad.
screen. It has the dynamic island, but I know that's been around for a while. But the widescreen is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You have more space to scroll through Twitter and Instagram.
You talking about the size
guys-
of the screen?
Yeah.
It's the exact
One
same
thing, though.
size. Okay, go ahead.
Did you guys have widgets on your iPhone 13?
What do you mean widgets?
Like, when you're on your home screen
Yeah.
and you could it gives you like a preview of the calendar and it gives you a preview of like the weather.
I think that's just an upgrade of the operating system.
No, but like you can click on it, right? Hold on, let's see it.
Look at Dynamic Island just flashing at you. You have no idea. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on, wait. I'm holding it. Customize. I'm trying to customize it. Okay. So you hold customize, and then you could add widgets. I don't know how to do it, but
I mean, it sounds like an amazing feature.
I'm working.
It sounds awesome. I do. Yeah. It's absurd that they haven't.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I will take this back because I did hold on. I held on to it, and it says that my home screen is called Pride. So, I take it back. It's not.
Okay.
It called out to me. I didn't know it was called Pride.
I'd say leave it up there, dude. Leave it up there. They do have to make it a USB-C connection. The fact that it's still a Lightning connection is insane. Stupid. Like why?
What's the what do we need it for?
USB-C, you could add external storage. You could like now if you have like a ProRes video file, how the hell are you going to get it off? In full quality. It'd take forever.
You can't just connect.
You can connect it
to the computer.
You can connect the charger to the computer, but USB-C is so much faster.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Lightning connection is not nearly as fast. So there's that.
There'll be a dongle for it.
But no, there is a dongle, but it's not going to increase the speed.
Yeah.
The Lightning, I mean, it's native. You can't. You're going to be able to plug it into a USB-C, but it's not going to give it the functionality.
Maybe for the iPhone 18.
You can grab that
next
one.
Phone.
You're gonna grab.
Yeah, I think I'll grab that one.
Every 4
to 5 years.
I love it. You actually sent me a video that you said outraged you, so I wanted to.
Outrage.
I wanted to give it the. Well, you said this legit outraged you though, right? Where'd it go?
Yeah, because they should know better, and it's insulting, and it makes that group of people look bad.
What group?
I got us donuts.
Like,
those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they?
Hang on one sec.
Are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just
playing.
Saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Uh-oh.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and
okay, there it goes. It stopped. Yeah, I don't know. I'm using a very old computer hooked up to this right now, so.
Yeah, maybe you should upgrade.
I got like 19 computers.
What's the newest one though? You got the one with the what do they call it? The space bar?
Yeah, they don't even use that anymore. That's old.
No, that's not okay. I'm behind too.
I have one with a bar up here, but they stopped using it on the newer ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You did? Did you ever use it?
I was using the one from work for Jim and Sam. The Jim and Sam one has a space bar.
Did you jerk off with that computer?
That has come up.
Ew.
I know.
That's disgusting.
No, not that as in my penis. I mean, the accusation has come up.
Gross.
No, I'm a professional. I would never masturbate on a work computer.
I hope not.
A work phone, maybe.
We're going to find out if you did, just so you know.
Judging my food choices based on a false
what
standard
the
of
hell?
health again, aren't
this
you?
Thing is taking.
Guilty.
There. What the fuck?
What is going on?
Hit
the refresh.
I am trying to. This thing is annoying. Now I'm outraged.
That's the point of the video.
Yeah, this has gotten me woke outraged. Let's see if all right, let's see if I can get it up now.
It's a food neutrality video.
Yeah, you said that.
I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic?
Give it to me in full screen, you asshole.
You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you?
It's not going.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
For instance, harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
We are all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size, and therefore the foods that we eat, are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, Try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants. Or food that is spoiled or is otherwise inedible.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says.
Well, I mean, some food is bad, right? For you?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, you're really pissed.
Well, this isn't gross to you, Sam. This they're indoctrinating kids into thinking they can just eat whatever they want.
Whose kids are watching that video?
I think it was on the school board's Instagram.
Well, I guess that's what's pissed people off, right? First of all, I don't know what fucking dork kid reads the school board's Instagram, but well, it says the LAUSD posted a video on it. What's the LAUSD? Can you look that up, hot dog? Posted a video on Instagram condemning negative attitudes towards junk food and claiming diet culture is based on oppression. Culture?
The Los Angeles School District. So it's just
LAUSD is the...
schools.
Well, what does that stand? What does LAUSD stand for? School District, Los Angeles School District?
Los Angeles Unified School District.
Okay. All right. So it is the school district. In the video, nutritionist Kara Niem Diop, who works with one of the world's largest snack companies, urges people to eat without guilt. She also asked the audience to avoid thinking of food as good or bad. Instead, promotes a concept of food neutrality. I mean, it is odd watching that video because it's like... it's not like when you're saying, they were saying you shouldn't have to earn food. I mean, it's not that you earn food, but like, if you give a child a choice, they will just eat cake. Like, if you're like, we have vegetables and gummy bears, and they're like, I'd like to eat all the gummy bears. And you go, well, I'm going to remain neutral on that. Maybe
one is good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, are you allergic to gummy bears? They're like, no. I'm like, all right, well, eat your gummy bears. Like, they're...
Well, technically, it's not poison, so...
I mean, it kind of is... just eating gummy bears would be poisoning them.
Poison?
No? I mean, they get diabetes at like 5 years old. That would be so bad. I don't even understand what... Yeah, well, when I see videos like that, I don't get outraged because any parent that is worth anything is going to be able to overcome that video, right? There is no parent worth anything that wouldn't be able to say, well, clearly they've gone to the extreme with this idea. I get what they're saying. Like, don't give people eating disorders because you're pushing these food agendas so hard. Like, don't be so calorie counting and don't do this. It's like, okay, like, don't take it to the extreme. Don't give people complexes. I'm all for that. But like the idea that your kid is like you want your kid to eat something nutritious. Your kid wants to eat a cookie. You make a deal. You go, if you eat the nutritious thing, then you can also have the cookie. You both get what you want.
It's called discipline.
It's not even discipline. It's just, I mean, it's a deal. It's a negotiation. It's what the world is based upon. It's a compromise.
Also, did you see the handle for the heavier set woman?
No.
Halfway through the video?
No, I didn't. No.
Why don't you?
I'm not gonna. No, you tell me what it is because this was fucking going crazy over here.
Her handle is @Savage Fatty.
Well, I mean, she's taking
nutritional advice
from Savage Fatty. I mean, look. If she wants to own her body, I got no problem with it. But
no, yeah, of course.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Yes.
But the idea that it's like there's no such thing as a healthy diet. Well, I think there is. You know, I mean, clearly there are things. But the internet is a wild place. We don't have time tonight, but at some point we got to talk about the Liver King. You know, if you listen to the Liver King, he would tell you to just eat penis and balls and liver. Just eat organs. He doesn't eat vegetables either. And he's got muscles on muscles on muscles. So, you know, He talks about the ancestral tenets and taking his ancestral message mainstream. So and the Liver King is crushing it. And he wears sweatshorts everywhere and no shirt, and he can get away with it. I don't know.
Why don't we have him do a video for the LA school district?
What happened to the food pyramid? That's what they taught me about the food pyramid. Is that bullshit? The food pyramid?
I think so. I think the food pyramid now is it's a social construct it holds, people down and makes them feel bad about themselves.
Well, if you just eat the proper proportions based on the food pyramid, you wouldn't feel bad about yourself, right?
Or you can just eat donuts. Just eat donuts.
You could just eat donuts. I would love to do that. And then my wife would
love to do that.
My wife would be like,
my
wife. She'd go, hey, you should eat something besides donuts. And I go, why? This is good food. And she's like, yeah, but it's giving you them good man titties too. So maybe you should try to eat a piece of broccoli or something. I'd be like, okay.
Well, Savage Fatty says it's okay. So,
well, maybe Savage Fatty knows some stuff that I don't. I don't know. It doesn't strike me. But it's also like, I don't know. When I see something like that, it doesn't outrage me on the level of you as a person that I know sitting there and telling me there's no difference between the iPhone camera on the 8 or the 14.
That doesn't outrage you more than that?
Absolutely not. A stranger on a video going like, hey, candy is the same thing as celery. I'd be like, oh, whatever, dude. I don't know that person. It doesn't bother me.
You're a healthier mind than me.
Maybe
me and Troy will talk about our outrage videos. I'm sure he's still going on about, what was he going on before with the dancing and all that in the school kids?
Oh yeah, he doesn't like the school kids going to the drag shows. Why are you like? You guys that have no children are so prone to the outrage bait. Like they put out the outrage bait, and you have no kids, and you're like, oh, this is corrupting everything. I mean, you have no kid. What do you have no skin in the game? None.
Well, sure, but I will someday.
Come on.
Yeah.
How?
And I don't. What do you mean? How? There's plenty of ways.
Okay. Adoption. Name any other way.
Reproduction.
With who?
With a woman.
Hot dog. What woman?
You're right.
Because if you get a girl pregnant in an MMF three-way, you don't know who got her pregnant. And that's going to be complicated.
A tri-parenting situation.
Yeah, and it's like Uncle Dad Che. And you're like, what do you mean Uncle Dad? And you're like, well, it's complicated.
Yeah, that's cute. I'm an Uncle Dad.
Uncle Dad. You got two Uncle Dads and look, it sounds like a sitcom. It sounds like it could be great. Let's go over some of these super chats. If you want to contribute to the show tonight, super chat in. All super chats will get acknowledged. Don't forget to head over to notsamshirts.com if you're watching live or close to when this came out live. Notsamshirts.com. It'll get you everything that you need of these new Not Sam. We got long sleeves, t-shirts, and hoodies, but they will only be up until this Sunday, September 18th. This design, Sammy brand muffins on the back, goes away forever. So go over to notsamshirts.com, get your shirts. Let's go to the super chats. Six Crows says, Six Crows sent in a super chat and said this is for Canadian postage. I appreciate you. I already charged you for Canadian postage on the site, but I appreciate you just in case it's more. Appreciate the contribution, RB8620. Grim Reaper 2185. Triple H allows fantasy booking. I guess that's in reference to our Logan Paul conversation. Kevin Lumford says, just like the Garden of Eden, Apple is a scam. I mean, the technology is good, but the necessity to upgrade every single year, there's probably a comfortable middle ground. Between
this is the middle ground.
No, you are one side. You are like the extreme left. And upgrading every single year is the extreme right, or vice versa. I don't know which is which. But upgrading every year is probably not necessary. It probably is necessary to upgrade more than once every 5 or 6 years. Probably
good when you do it though.
Every other phone would probably be the way to go. That's probably the sweet spot. I'm still gonna get that 14.
I'm gonna be amped to have the newest phone for a year, and then for the next 5 or 6 years,
coasting.
Yep.
Not Sam Lehman. If memory serves correct, the cousin that scammed Hot Dog into paying for his phone was also the one who almost murdered his not dad. Well, first of all, you don't have to say not dad.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly to both.
Did he pay you back for the phone?
I think we sorted out a deal. Yeah.
Look, you know you're not going to get all of it, so if you want some of it,
Right.
All right, I'll take some of it.
It's like a creditor, you know.
Yeah. E-Rock says, when will you come on my podcast again? Miss you. Anytime you want, E-Rock. Clearly, this is the real E-Rock, so anytime you want. And he also writes, could Earl be Hot Dog's dad? Spray some Febreze. Is your dad allergic to Febreze? Are you allergic to Febreze?
No, I told you I take my Febreze showers.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That was one of the big arguments that we got into because I said it was a fabric deodorizer, and you said it could deodorize anything, but you were talking about
purpose.
You were talking about a different Febreze product than original Febreze.
I still don't know the difference. I just know it's all purpose.
It is all purpose, and I appreciate you guys being here all purpose for everything. Not Sam. Thank you for hanging in there through our iPhone argument that probably went on way too long. We'll see you next week. Hey, I'm going to cheers with you later. Have a good one.